Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features two quarterbacks who used to play in the AFC North. It's Carson Palmer going up against Joe Flacco. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. He's going to get the football. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
6 yards to go here on second down. Looking to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the quarterback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for Maclin, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Give this time to the tailback. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While one picked up the first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
It's Floyd on the right. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Third down now following the completed pass. Eifert, the man in motion. Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco. He's got Floyd on left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Floyd. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And here the hookup good to Victor Cruz. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Caught. It's Cruz, left side. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough 3rd down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a 1st down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Here's Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Now Brown. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Another toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 85 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
To throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Cruz has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Max Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jarrell Casey able to swap it from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. From the shotgun, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Second down fumble. Now the offense needing to do something here on third down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. Steeler touchdown.
I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Selleck here, left side. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a second down. third down now after the pass completion. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 9 yards to go. It's third down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. You bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, takes him down.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 4th down.
They had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll be good for Baltimore first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a 3rd. Once you've thrown a couple, It's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. In this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
They'll set up the screen to McCoy. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end. Okay, well, so good for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go ground game here, the tailback. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And the offense lining up first and 10.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
And some room to work. I think he's going to go. Michael Floyd. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Floyd with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Hill. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Steeler touchdown. So we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Partners, we well know long kickoff returns set up big-time momentum for the team with the ball. But how about the defense? They've gone on the field, understood the situation, and really have held up strong.
They come out here in the eye. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Davis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Here's Davis now. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Whitehead, the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Macklin. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go!
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The free safety, Dwight Lowry, in on the tackle.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down.
Green 39!
And to give this time to the tailback. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Come on, let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. A great lead, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watching now, Barney! Barney!
They come out here in the eye.
Blue 90!
And they'll run it here. And he will lose gains yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Time for a break. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Cruz complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down to the 36-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
All right, here we go. 319. Hot 319.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Check. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check right. Watch it divide. Watch twist.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
Being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.